Hello and welcome back to the Blesslys channel.
As always, we are live from Blessington Palace.
That we are. And today we are going to be having a little quiz with each other about our favourite travels and interesting stories.
And before we do the quiz, Toddy, we've got to bring out the magical hat of Blessington.
Yes, we do. Can I have a drum roll, please? Roger Rabbit.
Who flamed Roger Rabbit?
So how it's going to work, we've got a hat here full of little questions regarding holidays, travels, anything really, you know, but let's just crack her on. Do you want to go first or me?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. So am I reading for you or are you reading for me?
Yeah, you can read for me.
Okay. Right,
it's the first question of our holiday extravaganza.
Right. Would you rather lose your suitcase or your money? Depends what's in the suitcase.
Well, yeah. But
if you got like a kilo of cannabis in it, you would definitely rather lose your money. Joking.
But I would say actually probably I'd rather lose the suitcase.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you for why.
Tell me.
You're on holiday, right?
Yeah.
You lose your suitcase.
What passport's in there?
You lose your suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, that is a good point. It could have your passport
in there. You fucked, didn't you? Well, we might not want to come out.
Could have your passport in it. But if you lose your passport on holiday, I think that you can claim that it's been like lost or stolen.
You have to go to the embassy though, and you do all that shit.
You have to go to the embassy. Yeah, all right, but you get a little bit longer holiday, don't you?
Well, you work.
You've got to stay there, mate. We don't work.
Yeah, no one works today.
So that's not going to bother me. What would bother me is if I was on holiday and I didn't have any money to do anything.
Nah,
right?
definitely. I'd rather.
Because think about it, right? You're on holiday. Even to get to the embassy, to get a new passport...
Money.
You got to have money. You got to have all of that.
Yeah.
You got to have all of it. And your wallet has got your... Because normally...
ID.
Actually, I don't ever put my passport in my suitcase. I always put it in my travel bag. So I wouldn't lose that because I always put it in my travel bag.
Good thing.
And that is a little tip for you. Always spread it out.
Or keep it on your person.
And your money, spread it out as well. Don't put all your money in the suitcase.
Well, if you've only got 10 euros, you're alright.
But I'm saying, I always put some money in my travel bag, and I always keep my passport in the bag that I wear through the checkout and on the plane. Because I never lose that. Whereas the case... They can lose that.
Could lose it.
They can lose that.
Right. Should we switch on to the next one? You're going to ask me a question.
The next one. I'm going to give it a mix.
Close your eyes.
Close
your eyes, little cheater.
Oh, I've got to do my...
You got to read it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Just ready for you. Right, what's it going to be then?
Well, I was hoping I'd get away with it. I can't really read. Okay. Well, this one says, I don't know if you can see that, says, you're a prick on there. And yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Right, give me another one. I'm so glad that you picked that up, not me. Because doing yourself.
Right. There's a couple in there of that. Right.
Right then.
There you go. How about this one? Okay. The worst place you've had... Is that a poo? The worst place you've had a poo?
Yeah.
Worst place you've had a poo on holiday. Toddy, take it away.
Worst place I've had a shit. Okay, yeah, I know. This is. All right, okay. I was coming back from Thailand, right, and we landed in, I think it was Mumbai or something, or their big airport, right. And
Is that India?
India, yeah, India. It was looking out. It was like, what? You could just see like slums and shit.
Yeah.
Mad. Anyway, so I went to the toilet. I was like, yeah, I need a poo. So anyway, I went to the toilet. And I was like, oh, you know, they're bound to be nice. It's the airport, you know.
Yeah.
Got in there. It's a fucking hole, mate, in the floor.
Yeah.
I had to I was like this, crouching down, like holding your legs so you don't fall.
Yeah.
And my legs aren't quite tight, so I had to put your arm there, and you're like that, just shitting in this little hole. It's just a hole, mate.
Yeah.
And a lot of people stunk as shit. So I don't know. It was like their hygiene's just a bit of a different standard.
Well.
But they just pooed in a hole.
Well, actually, you say that, you think it's only in Mumbai, but I went to France and there was the same thing. We stopped off at a motorway, I don't know, what do we call it? A bit like a little chef, but in France. You know?
Fucking hell, I didn't even know they existed anymore.
I mean, it weren't a little chef, but you could tell it was their equivalent of a little chef.
Petit le cook.
Betty le chef. And we were there, and one of the girls had to go. You know, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
And she went there, and she come back after about 5 seconds, and she went, "It's only a little hole in the floor." And then my mate, he had her on. He said, "No, they're all like that in France." Like he proper played it up. He was like, "No, that is just what toilets are like in France, like all of it." Because this was on the way we were going to the Paris Disneyland, and he went, "Nah, that's just the way that they are in France." So they went back and they shat in a hole.
Oh.
But then they got back. They didn't even have no toilet paper or nothing in there. Do you want to know why? Because they were fucking. It was a building site. It was a building site. They were putting a new toilet in.
So she shat in a hole that wasn't even a toilet.
Perfectly good toilet next door to it. So that was probably one.
Well, you wouldn't. Actually, I think I did check. I was like, that one just a hole.
Back to Mumbai though. I imagine that. You know, that wasn't just a building site.
That was the airport. That was like
the shitter.
Well, the duty frees and shit.
Fun fact as well, if you ever go for a shit in German toilets, you know, if you ever go Germany, if you ever see that little shelf that they've got, have you seen that?
No, I ain't been Germany.
Well, if you go Germany or anywhere like that, they've got a little shelf on the toilet before it goes into the hole. Do you want to know what that's for? Because they eat raw meat. They eat like steak tartare and like all of that lot. They eat like raw meat, and it's to check the shit before you flush it down, because the raw meat, if you see you've got a worm in it or something, then you can check it before it flushes down. That's real.
Who sifts through their shit? They're like, right, I just put this on the top shelf.
They do.
It's like, it's different means the top shelf, and I have one from the top shelf.
That is.
All right. Anyway, next one.
Right, go for it. Have a little shiftage. What we got this time?
Tightly packed.
Bit like a German toilet.
Holiday. Have you had a holiday romance, Joe?
Holiday romance. I have in fact had a holiday romance.
Was it cushy?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was what? It was on a skiing holiday. Believe it or not, on a skiing holiday. And
did you go down the slope?
No, I didn't. It didn't go that far. But what did happen was we went on holiday, and it was Austria or France, because it was a skiing holiday. And we went there, and there was this girl, and she must have been like a server or something.
Waitress.
Yeah, like a waitress, but she also worked in the ski shop, like that. Because when you go skiing holiday, you don't obviously bring your own boots or your own skis.
Yeah, you rent it and stuff.
So
unless you're rich. And then
and she was working in the shop as well. And then when I was trying on the boots and shit like that, she got a little bit flirty. But the funniest thing was she hardly spoke any English at all. So I knew she was flirting.
No, can you, to be fair? So
no,
between you,
I'm dreadful. But she was like, she put on these like little shoes, and she put the fucking clamp well tight. And then I was like, that's a bit. And she was like, yes, this is very tight, yes. And I was like, Yeah. and then we met her out on the slopes one time. I was just going. There was like a little cafe, you know. They've got like a little place where you have hot chocolate or something like that. Yeah.
On the
and we went in there, and she was in there, and I can't remember what I think she might have even been serving the hot chocolate or something like that. And then they put the whipped cream on it, you know, put a flake in it or something. And she just looked at me and she went, marshmallow. And I went, well, depends, doesn't it?
Right, go on, ask me a question.
That was pretty much the holiday romance.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a little snog.
Ooh,
Around the back
cheeky.
I know, around the back of the ski sheds. And I still to this day don't know her name. So if you're watching, it's me.
And if she is watching, she can't understand English. So, so come on, just ask me. Give me a question.
All right. I'm trying to, you know, get the best of the story. Right, here we go. So this one. What we got here? Oh yeah. What's the worst restaurant you've been on?
Oh my god.
The worst restaurant you've been to.
I've got a couple, but I've got this is I've got to tell this one because it's just hilarious. True story as well. If my ex-girlfriend's watching this, she can vouch for it, but she definitely won't be watching this because I don't think she's a fan of me anymore. But anyway, so wait, we're in Vietnam, right?
I don't think she was a fan of you, or she was with you, probably.
Anyway,
why she's your ex?
When we in Vietnam anyway, okay. So we go into a restaurant in Vietnam in Ho Chi Minh, which is the capital, which used to be called Saigon City, and a lot of their restaurants are just houses, like literally a normal house, and you go in there and they cook food for you anyway. So we went in there, right? I love spicy food. Yeah,
he does.
So I bought like a chow mein or something, like a Vietnamese dish, whatever. I was like, "I'd like some chilies, please. It's all right."
Garçon.
Yeah. Chiller, please. Anyway, they come on, give a little tray of chilies like this, but they were whole chilies, right? So what I did, I was eating, I was like, all right, I'll have to cut them up myself. So I was just picking them apart, you know, chucking the chilies in, yeah. Started eating.
Because they don't have knives in Thailand.
Just. And so anyway.
Shovel them in.
Anyway, so after I just picked the chilies, I made a mistake. I itched my ball sack, right? And these are really hot chilies. They're not like your green chilies in England. They're really nice hot ones, you know. So I sat there. I was like, fucking hell. I was like, shit. So anyway, I was like, I need to go to the toilet. So I went to go to the toilet in this person's house, just like a normal toilet, right? And I went in there, an ant's nest, ants going everywhere. And I was in there. I was getting water on my balls. And I was like. No, this true story. I was like screaming in pain, like pretty much, because they were really hot chilies, and I was like, oh god! And they heard in the restaurant. They
probably just thought you were having like hardcore wank or something.
They knew because I think my girlfriend told them. Anyway, so anyway, they come in. I hear a knock on the door in the toilet. This little Vietnamese man comes in. No fucking word of a lie. Brings in a block of ice about that big, right? Yeah, he's like, for you, he just put it in the sink. It was huge, and I just put my nutsack on it to cool it down. And when I come out, everyone was just howling at me.
Here's the thing, though, right? So they brought this big block of ice out. Yeah, I can believe that.
Hey, mate, it was like that.
They brought this big block of ice out. Yeah, because obviously they can't have ice cubes or whatever. They've got to keep a big block of it. Where did that block go? Because that's clearly their ice for a while. So what did they do with it? Did they just pick out the little...
They just looked where there wasn't a pube on the ice.
The little dip.
They sewed up in my drink. Dip. Anyway, we couldn't continue. I was in too much pain. So we had to...
Was the food nice though?
It was good. Good food. That's why it's not quite the worst restaurant.
Yeah.
But... It was alright, but it was like, so anyway, we had to leave, and I went back to the hotel.
What did you have to eat?
It was like, I don't know, noodles? It was like some sort of vermicelli noodles or something, like some sort of like Vietnamese dish with loads of chilies. Yeah. So I went back in the hotel, stood under, and just put the showers there for about an hour to cool it down. My ex-missus was howling.
Needed a bit of aloe vera.
Right, anyway, it's good for you. Okay. Right, I'm asking you.
Next one, what are we going to get?
You never know what you're going to get. Life is like my top hat. You never know the question you're going to get regarding a travel story.
No.
Funniest story on holiday
Funniest story on
or
holiday.
travelling.
All right, I've got a couple, and it's
Give us your best one. Your best one.
the best one. The best one.
Best one.
Right. This is the funniest one.
Okay.
And it sort of links onto your restaurant thing. I thought I'd link it, because this is funny. Right? We was on holiday. We was in Turkey with our family and another family. We went both as families. And while we were there, we went to just like a restaurant.
Yeah.
And we all ordered like normal things, like just a shish kebab or like spaghetti bolognese, or just something normal.
Typical Turkish food.
Ian, who is my dad's friend, he decided to venture out. He was like, "I'll try a bit of the old local cuisine," so to speak, right? And what did he pick on the menu, right? And I swear to God, this thing is called a testi kebab, right? It's called a testi kebab, which roughly translates into English as shepherd's kebab.
Oh, I thought you meant like a ball bag.
No. But the word in Turkish, testi kebab, translates to shepherd's kebab. And it's basically what it is it's like a tagine. It's cooked like a tagine. They cook it.
What's a tagine?
A tagine. They cook it in a clay pot, right? So it's basically like a stew. And they put it in this clay pot, they put it in the fire, and then when they serve it, they crack the pot open.
Well, waste a pot.
Well, yeah, but the pot's designed to do that. They make it specific.
Just to be all fancy.
But it's called testi kebab, right? So he orders this thing. He cracks it open, right? And you can see, just through looking at this thing, it's got like some circular bits in it that sort of look a bit like calamari. But they ain't no calamari, because it says it's a lamb dish, right? So you can only guess where them circles come from. So anyway, he eats this testi kebab, and the night following, because this was about lunchtime. The night following, he goes and he's sweating, man. He's sweating like, and it's not the kind of sweat because it's hot. It's the kind of sweat because your belly's fucking howling,
killing you.
And he goes, no more. And he goes up to the apartment, and he was in there for hours and hours, and he comes back down dripping, and he goes, "Oh, I shouldn't have had that testi kebab." And me dad goes, "Fucking hell. It's a good job you didn't have the fucking big penis kebab. That would have been even worse." And so he's there. And he was ill.
Why was he ill?
Well, I assume because of the testi kebab. Because he was fine.
Was it testes?
Well, I don't know what was in it, but it was like, my dad called it bollock kebab.
Bolognese.
But whatever he ate that was in this testi kebab, he fucking had. And then we went, after he recovered, so this was probably about 3 days into the holiday, because it was like on one of the first nights, probably like second night in, he went in and he got ill from this testi kebab. Why would you eat something called a testi kebab?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Why?
Like, even if it translates to shepherds, I don't want no shepherd's kebab either. You know?
Just get
There's
chips.
There's no shepherds in the fucking near the beach in Turkey, so I don't know what he was thinking. But the next time we went out to the restaurant, so it was about 3 days later, it was again on the menu. In a different restaurant, right? And he thought, maybe I had a bad experience. And my dad went, right, I'm not prepared to put your toilet roll in the fridge for another 2 days. So he avoided the testi kebab there. So that was probably my funniest.
I quite liked when
story.
I chucked you in a trolley into a wall in Italy, but we're going to move on.
Did happen. That is a story for another time. Right. Have a look at this one. I got this one. Little old questione. That's Roman, isn't it? Questione. Is it? I don't know.
Sounds like a croissant.
The Italians are probably screaming at us. Oh well.
No
You did
Italians
shit
are
in the
watching
water,
this,
fuck
mate.
off. Right.
And no, Italians ain't watching us anyway, mate. I don't,
Most
no, I'd be surprised if
most
you
crazy place that you've ever
Okay,
been.
most crazy place.
That's quite good. That's quite a good
That's
one.
quite okay.
Most crazy place you've ever been to on your holidays, on your travels.
I think
on your
I think
journey.
Vietnam probably. Vietnam is crazy. It's also the most amazing place, but very racist. Not a fan of white people. Can understand why. But anyway, yeah. So crazy, mate. Right? You honest to God, you'd see a whole family and like 3 dogs on a moped.
Yeah.
It's
dog?
all the time in like Ho Chi Minh, the main bit. These like hundreds of mopeds because they all had mopeds.
How are they carrying the dog though?
Right, let me tell you. Right, they'd have like a little basket on the front, right? So they'd have like dad, like driving.
Yeah.
And then you'd have like mum, right? Then you'd have like another kid behind. And then you'd have the baby in the middle, right? And then there'd be like the dog in the basket. And then there'd be like another like 6 of them on this fucking...
Where's the dog though?
In the basket on the front. And sometimes...
Like fucking Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, and also sometimes I saw one dog and he was just sat on the back of a moped. Like that.
What, trained?
Yeah. Like sat on...
I'm sorry, but if you saw that on Britain's Got Talent,
That's good, isn't it?
a dog sat on the back of a motorbike, you'd think, fucking hell, that's a well-trained dog. Simon Cowell would love it.
Yeah.
He loves all that
and
shit.
also, the shit they eat, mate. You wouldn't believe it, mate, honestly. You just... Every corner, there'd be a stick with something on.
There's a scorpion or
Or something, yeah. Or like,
spider.
or like an egg. Oh, I know. You don't know what it is.
Fetus egg.
Yeah. you don't... or like a cockroach dipped in like...
Chocolate.
And you get by like ants and crickets.
I mean, I've had a bit of I had a scorpion.
Why
once.
would you fucking eat that? Maybe it's culture, get it?
No,
but...
I had it because it was in like
And then,
a game.
when you go there, you feel like, oh, you know, I really want to try the local cuisine. I was like, I want to try it. And then I was like, I don't really fancy eating like a cricket.
I mean, yeah, but I ate a scorpion. It was part of a get. They had it. I don't know if anyone remembers
Protein.
it, but they had a like I'm a celebrity, get me out of here game. You know, one that you put in your
Oh,
DVD
yeah.
player.
Yeah, oh,
right?
yeah.
But it come with a pack.
Oh,
With a fridge pack, and it had a scorpion in it, and I ate the scorpion, and I don't think it was that bad. Like I think if I was in Celebrity Jungle or whatever they call it, if I had to eat like one of them witchy grubs, something like that, I'd eat it. It's fine.
Horrible, mate.
Don't bother me.
Horrible. Fucking tuna makes me gag.
I tell you what, I'd draw the line. I'd draw the line at something that I knew was like
Flying
alive.
around. in
Because
your...
that's the difference when they do on I'm a Celebrity. Some of them fuckers are alive. Like you see it going around,
Yeah.
and they've got like bite its head off, and it all like spurts out like a fucking spunking cock in your mouth.
You see, like the local homeless men in like Vietnam, like chasing the cockroach down, like fucking.
Well, that's the
getting
thing
off.
though. They don't draw the line though. They don't
have a line.
Like if there's a scorpion on the floor, because there's got me around. If there's a scorpion on the floor, they must just think, right, I can pick that up, get a bit of olive oil, pan, bit of fire. They don't even season it.
You don't even have to leave your house to go to the shop. You're like, God, what's in here today then? Oh, lizard.
Yeah, but
God.
like you see a little cockroach going around the shop, they don't fucking get rid of it.
They're going shopping for a cockroach to see one on the floor. Like, oh fuck that! I'm getting that one. I'm going to chase that as free.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
Who read who? You read for me.
I read
I'm
the
reading for
last
you.
one.
Okay,
I read the last one.
Okay. There's 2 left.
2 left.
2 left.
2 left now.
Okay.
What we got?
Best romance. Oh, we've done that one.
We've done that one.
So
we both had the same one.
same one. We didn't know. We didn't confirm
know.
really.
We didn't know.
A little bit, but sort of. Okay, last one then. This is the last one.
We tried not to get the same ones, but we...
Okay.
What's that?
Oh, we kind of done this one as well.
What was that?
Worst food you've eaten on holiday.
Yeah, but that's different, because the worst food that I've eaten on holiday is different.
Okay, now I'm
Isn't
going to change it. I'm going to make one up now. The biggest shithole you've been to.
Oh, well, like the...
Yeah.
Just the worst.
Yeah.
Oh. See, that is quite hard because I've been
to loads of shitholes,
some
mate.
proper shitholes.
But there's character in shit.
The worst.
Tell that to the French and they leave it on top.
The worst shithole I've ever been.
Plymouth.
Oh, yeah, but that's where I come from, and that ain't on holiday. That's because I was born there.
That's prison.
Yeah.
Right, anyway,
The prison's better.
Well, tough as prison. Welcome to Plymouth.
Welcome to Devonport Dockyard.
On Raphael Row.
Nah,
and this is the shit.
I would say the worst place that I've been to on holiday. It's got to be Turkey.
Oh, I went there for one day and I wasn't a fan of it at all.
It's got to be Turkey because although the hotel that we were in, it was reasonable. Don't get me wrong, it was reasonable.
I felt like I was going to be kidnapped when I was there.
But the holiday that we were in was like a 4-star in Turkey. Mate, it wouldn't pass for like 2.5 stars. Yeah, like it really went.
Premier Inn's like the Taj Mahal.
But when we went outside of the place, I tell you what, like some of the restaurants that I saw, they had like open kitchens, and I was like, if I had a kitchen that was that grotty, no way would it be open.
Hide
like,
it.
Gordon Ramsay would go around to there and go, "What the fuck are you doing? You know, what is this? It's fucking."
It's still breathing,
yeah, like,
and they're like, "Oh yeah, it is." I'm up.
yeah, but the thing, and the thing was, it wasn't necessarily the like the cleanliness was bad, but it was like the personal hygiene. Like you'd see people just going around like fucking bumming up their nose, fucking rubbing their asshole, and then
In private.
rubbing it on the fucking kebab. And more to the point, while I was there, I had a spaghetti bolognese. Then after I had a creme brulee, right? And I was ill. I ate this creme brulee. It's like a little pot, and it's like custard, but it's a bit glazed over. And I ate it, and I thought, actually, it didn't taste that bad. And I felt all of a sudden it dropped into my stomach, and I was sweating.
And your bumhole starts puckering.
But do you know what I think? I don't think that it was, in fact, the creme brulee. I think it was something that I ate before, because it would take a while to set in. Because honestly, the last mouthful of this creme brulee, it started. So I think it was something before. And I was sat on the toilet. I was sat on the toilet for about 2 hours. And my mum come knock on the door. She went, "Are you all right?" I said, "No." I said, "No, ma." I said, "I can't stand up for like fucking about 2 minutes without having another bit come out." There was nothing left. Like honestly, me bumhole was doing the old fucking pucker.
No, it just doesn't shut. It's just like that. It's just like that. Like
it was just ready to get rid of whatever was in me at the time. So. I think biggest shithole is probably Turkey. I mean, I've heard that Egypt is
a biggest shithole for your shithole.
Yeah.
God, tell you what, we've given you some absolute filth today.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed it.
We hope you liked it, and old stories.
Also, I have been to some lovely places on holiday, so
can't win them all, can you, my boy?
I mean, is it really a holiday if you don't get the shits for at least one day? Bit of deli belly.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
Could be. Well,
we have been the Blesslys, and you have been watching live from Blessington Palace.
Thank you very much.
Yep. If you do like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. And I tell you what, if you want us to review a video or react
do anything,
to a video,
and more of this stuff, what do you like?
Just drop a comment.
Give us what you like.
Drop a comment down below, and we will try our very, very best to get onto it. So, like I said, like, subscribe, and
have a blessed day.
We hope you enjoyed. Tatty buys. Mwah. Adidas.